Donato 2020.
If I was president.
Donato 2020.
Hello, it's great to be with you all in this final speech before the election. So for those that don't know, my name is Brian Donato, and I'm running under the purple ticket for President of the United States of America, and I'm asking for your vote. So for those that don't know, innovation is a critical part of my campaign. You know, because America has great qualities, but America also has areas to improve. So I'm going to create an innovation department in the White House, which is going to be dedicated to open-minded dialogue of ideas, right? Because the government is not the expert. You are, and we need to work together to really rethink the areas of reform, right? We need to collaborate. We need to have advanced thinking with things, utilize positive psychology. This is all so important stuff. So this department is going to be dedicated to thinking outside of the box pretty much for all sectors of society. So to go into the agenda on my campaign a little bit, I'm going to mention some things. But first I want to say everything is laid out on my website. So of course I can't go into everything in a 10-minute speech, but everything is on there. And also the appearance on the Joe Rogan podcast, my appearance is going to debut tomorrow too. So I go deeper into some things on that. So check that out. So the first thing I want to mention is COVID-19. And guess what? I heard the groans in the audience when I mentioned that. Because I know you all are tired of hearing about it. And I'm tired of talking about it. But the main thing is that I will have a well-rounded plan to solve this. Right? It's never going to go away maybe, but we're going to overcome it. We're going to move on and we're going to conquer it. We're going to face it head on and have the strength to defeat it. So that's my mentality on things. And also, at the end of the day, I will not be a dictator. So I do put trust in the governors to do what they got to do. While at the same time, as president, I'm going to step up to the plate and provide them the resources to do it. So that's really important to me. And of course, as you know by now, inner city violence and just violence across America, that's a major emphasis on my campaign, right? Too many times in the past, America has focused on wars overseas, violence overseas, but we have so many issues right here in America that have to be addressed and focused on, and I'm going to do that. And it's not just one factor that's contributing to this stuff, it's several factors, right? So it's a combination of things. It could be the breakdown of a family unit, or poor peer influences, or inadequate education system, or depressing city vibe or culture, right? So as part of the innovation department, I'm actually going to have a database of established and proven programs that have reduced violence in cities. Because guess what? Right now, everything is disorganized. Everything is disorganized. So if there's an amazing program, say in Philadelphia, that's really working to empower people and, reduce violence, the people in LA or Chicago may not even know about it. And that's an issue. That's an issue. So as president of the United States, I'm really going to emphasize collaboration through the database that I'm talking about. And from my understanding, a lot of it is tied to life skills and positive psychology. That's what's most needed, right? So my main priority is to enhance opportunities while at the same time not tolerating violent crime. We can and should do both, unlike some previous administration. So criminal justice reform also, that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm very passionate about this. So one aspect of it is a positive psychology program that I'm going to implement across America. So this is like in the last 3 or 4 months of someone staying in prison. They're going to participate in a workshop class in prison, twice a week, 90 minutes. So that the purpose is pretty much to get the person in the right positive space for them, right? So the classes are going to be on stuff like goal setting or mindfulness, using adversity as strength, character strength reflection, life skills empowerment, all the good stuff. And this is going to be available in the community free of charge for dedicated community members that are motivated to enhance their life or who are just interested in the class, right? Because there's so much negativity right now in the air. And I really want this program and just the atmosphere of my administration to combat that, right? We need more positivity. Like we can address the issues, right? But at the same time, we have to work towards every person's greatness and self-love as well. So we need to be proactive, right? Not just focus on reducing crime numbers, but also improving all aspects of life for each individual that was maybe in the system. So that's really important. And these classes too, they're going to be taught by everyday members of society. So some people might have previous experience in the system, some won't. So it's a very important process to hire these people, of course. So a lot of details on my website on this. But if you have the right skills and experience, go to my website and you can apply for one of the positions. And also, as part of innovation too, my campaign really wants to transform the digital footprint of the government. No longer will you have those cluttered government websites. Like, this is not 1999. This is 2020. So our website has to reflect that. So this ties into educational reform too. Because, the first thing I want to say is parents are the primary teachers for children. But the educational system and schools should be set up in a way that it's a great complement to that. Right? So we really need to beef up and diversify the curriculum. Right? So as part of the innovation department, we're going to have an online website where teachers, administration people, and people can just share different ideas or programs that have worked in schools. And we can really collaborate as a nation to really bring greatness back to the education system. That's really important for my campaign. And to go deeper into this a little bit, to diversify the curriculum, I believe we need to match the times. So what I mean by that is there's changing times in technology, right? So we're going to have enhanced computer classes. We're going to have marketing classes, money management, vocational skills, all of that stuff. There will also be non-required classes on social intelligence, on fostering open-mindedness, on character building. All these things that maybe kids aren't really, quote unquote, taught in school, maybe that they're going to face. I want them to have the opportunity to be taught that in school. And look, remember, I said non-required. So if you're a parent who's feeling a little bit uneasy about this, you don't have to have your child participate. So that's really important. I want to give the power to the parents. If you just want your child to just focus on English, math, science, and the normal subjects, that's totally okay. I'm not here to tell you how to raise your child. I do want to mention though that these classes though, they're going to be extremely transparent. So a month before school, the curriculum for each course is going to be given to parents. And then you can collaborate with the teachers, maybe revise some things, and everything is going to be transparent. Like, you'll know what your child is being taught in school. That's very important, I think, going forward. There's a lot of hidden agendas by people, and my campaign will not have any of that. Transparency is a big aspect of my campaign. And it's pretty much like, I want to close on a couple things here. So one is, we just need to just end all this hate towards each other. We really do. Like, it's okay that we don't see eye to eye with everything. But you hearing this, you need to have kindness in your heart. You need to be the example, right? You don't need to hate the other side to promote love. That's nonsense. Like, there's a lot of polarization right now of Democrats and Republicans, and that's just so unnecessary. Black lives matter and all lives matter. Why is that so hard to say both? I don't know. These mindless arguments over semantics has to stop. Because all that energy focused on words is energy that can go to solving the actual issues that people are talking about. Period. I condemn the far left and the far right. And I will not feed off fear in my campaign. I will not run on false optimism either, being blind to actual issues. Right? And I'm not going to encourage lost hope and disempowerment. We're going to tackle all these issues head on, not be blind to it, but not feel disempowered. And I'm going to put the power back in you, that we can overcome this. And no matter who you are, no matter your background, you've got the greatness inside of you to tap into. You have that. So my agenda is truly bipartisan. It truly is. I want to end the political games. Enough of these phony, fake politicians. Seriously, you shouldn't have to be rich or be in the system already to run for positions of power. That's ridiculous. If I didn't win the Pennsylvania lottery last year, I wouldn't have the opportunity to run for president. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. And guess what? I don't have all the answers. I don't. I'm ignorant about a lot, and I have a lot to learn, and I don't hide that. But I will surround myself with a diverse team that are knowledgeable, that are open-minded about many different areas, that have integrity, right? And humility and confidence. That's what we have to bring back to the leaders of this country. And that's what we have to bring back to you watching this, right? You have to have a healthy form of humility plus confidence. Have the highest degree of healthy self-love that you possibly can have. And I'm here to really unite the country around those aspects. I think that's so important. That's so important. So on November 3rd, I'm asking for your vote. Vote for me, Brian Donato. Yeah. Check out my presidential skit on my C Humor channel. Here's a preview. Go vote. People died for you. Just do it. And vote for me. So I want to end on this. Share the video and subscribe if you vibe.